Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back to the show. Excited to have our professional of the year here joining us today, Dwayne Mariner. Yes, Alpha Hydration and Wellness is the name of the company. First and foremost, welcome back today, Dwayne. You're looking good.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I am
Something
looking good. And you know
changed?
what? I have these new eyebrows. So if you look,
I had no idea that we could do
now
this on Zoom.
I know. Now I have these cool Colin Farrell eyebrows.
Is that what they're
Colin
called?
Farrell.
Like the app? You look
I
great.
don't know. I love his eyebrows. And I was playing. So I
Oh my
said, well,
goodness.
I'm going to get new eyebrows.
They look great. I got to learn this trick here. I don't know how to do this stuff yet. I'm beginning. Look, I got the
Oh,
backdrop here, right? So we're
all
working on.
right. I need a good backdrop like that instead of my logo. I like my logo, but
No, the logo's great. What you're doing
yeah.
is great. We're going to obviously talk about the work you're doing, about some pregnant ladies today, the benefits of what you offer. So give us an introduction as to what you do.
Well, we are a health and wellness, IV and everything company, more or less integrative wellness, with a major focus on proactive, preventative, not so much medicine, but preventative lifestyles, preventative vitamins, hormones, anything that we can do to help prevent future illness, future cancers, future anything. That is basically our goal, just to keep people out of the hospital. We learned a lot during COVID, I think. I think the whole world learned a lot during COVID, and we learned that everything is reactive. There's nothing really proactive. So we need to be prepared. And this kind of sets you up to be prepared.
Perfect. Thanks. How can we contact you? Tell us the website.
So the website is www.ahsiv.com. You can reach me by text if you're so inclined. I love to text and talk, 818-482-3252.
Perfect.
Then we
Thanks.
have all the socials. I think it's all at Alpha Hydration or something to that effect. They change them every time I go to look. It's like a dash or not a dash, but if you Google us, you'll find us.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much. So we're talking today. Do you want to start with the women who are getting pregnant?
Yeah, let's talk with them.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about them. Yeah. So women in their first trimester, which is usually the women that we see, uh, pregnant, of course, there's only one way to have the first trimester. They tend mostly, that's when their nausea and just yucky overall feeling occurs. Lots of studies put out that vitamin B6 can actually decrease that morning sickness, that nausea that comes with that first trimester. So we've been doing that for a lot of years, but really just kind of dove into it a little more specifically just so we can help maybe alleviate the pressure of the OB-GYN uh, docs for their patients, kind of intervene during hyperemesis gravidarum, which is a giant word for throwing up, basically, and nonstop vomiting. Uh, it can decrease, it can, I just lost my train of thought. It can lead to an actual dehydration situation where the amniotic fluid actually decreases and can put that baby in distress. So we like to have those people reach out to us sooner rather than later because we can really mitigate that for them very quickly. We can give nausea medicine. We can slow down those if they have like a Braxton Hicks or some kind of weird contractions because they're basically depleted of fluids. We can help that very quickly, very inexpensively, and save you the grief of going to the hospital.
I'm liking this because I've been pregnant twice. I felt,
No,
oh my gosh, horrible before. And a lot of people go through that morning sickness phase, and you wish you had something different to help us out with.
I know it's really a
And
big
then
deal.
people might say, well, is it safe, to do this while you're pregnant?
Mm, it is. It is safe. All the vitamins that we offer are 100% safe. They're safe for breastfeeding. They're safe for baby. They're safe for everything. Nothing that we give to anybody is a scheduled medication or I can't remember what the scheduling is for pregnancy categories, but the pregnancy category is all safe. We would never. I I couldn't sleep at night if I ever did anything that would possibly put somebody in jeopardy. So we do everything on this. We err on the side of caution with everything. And we speak with a lot of OBGYNs, a lot of professionals, a lot of doctors, from pediatrics to nephrologists, you name it. We have them in our, I don't want to say back pocket because that sounds like we own them, because we don't, but we have them in our Rolodex for the older generation.
Of course.
So we can
Well,
get out and reach out and say, hey, I have a problem here. What do you think?
mhm.
So we get lots of professional input if we need it. Plus, my partner is extensive knowledge of everything as a emergency board certified physician.
Awesome. Good to know. And when you are pregnant, how often should you be getting these types of hydration, shall I call them, right?
Yeah, it's pretty subjective, but it looks to be about once a week. If you do the vitamin, it kind of helps for about a week. And once that week wears off, you kind of know, if sometimes it only takes one, sometimes it takes a few. There's really no set time to do it. Whenever you feel nauseated, before you feel nauseated, you think you might get nauseated, you're scared to get nauseated. The safety and efficacy is out there. So it's not something that's really need to go, oh, well, is this, should I really be doing this? Yes, you should, because it's good for you, it's good for the baby, it's good for everybody.
All right. Thank you for that. Now, also,
Sure.
what about migraines you wanted to touch upon too today, right? Do I have
Oh,
this?
migraines, what a huge issue for lots of people. You see all the medications. I think you have a Kardashian pushing one. And those medications are good, but they're not always completely effective. And I mean, let's be honest, they're medications. A lot of people don't like medications, especially where we're at. We're in a very healthy area. California is not medication people. They are healthy people. They want to be healthy, and they want to be healthy the good way. They don't want to be
Yep.
healthy because you got to take a bunch of medications. So we do a lot of migraines. But the reason I wanted to focus on migraines is because I feel like there is an uptick in migraines. Not for any reason. I just think it people are realizing that this is probably what it is versus just a headache. A migraine is very debilitating. Huge amounts of head pressure. You can have vision disturbances, nausea, vomiting. You can almost have stroke-like symptoms. So they're pretty severe. Can be really scary. But the main thing that we do is we put IVs in you, give you some magnesium, which is outstanding for a number of things. But as far as migraines, you can actually decrease that migraine acutely with some magnesium, a little bit of nausea medicine, and almost make you 100%. Sometimes it needs to be repeated the next day because we've taken it down to where it's tolerable, but you still don't really want to live with that migraine. The fluids alone, we give some B12, which has been shown to decrease migraine frequency. So there could be a B12 deficient component with that. So we really just want to focus on that right now because it's an easy fix for us to help somebody and to keep them out of the hospital. Everything we do is to keep you out of the hospital. Sick people go to the hospital, well people stay out of the hospital. Let's keep people well and away from the hospital.
And for those that may not know, your experience of working in the ER all
Oh,
those years,
yes.
could you just
Yeah.
tell us? Thank you.
Yeah. Almost 20 years in the emergency department. So I've seen done, I can't think of one thing I haven't done that comes to the emergency department. Uh, from the horrible to the fantastic, lots of good outcomes, lots of bad outcomes, but there's nothing I haven't seen that to my knowledge at this point. Of course, things change, but I always just say I'll never not be surprised what comes into the ER, because the day you think you've seen it all, forget about it. Somebody comes in, and you're like, wow. But yeah, we did lots of migraines, lots of pregnant ladies in the hospital or in the ER, lots, because there's nowhere to go. There's nothing they can do. They think, oh no, I have to go do this. I have to go here because what about the baby? Or I have to go here. What if I'm having a stroke? You don't have to go to the ER. You don't have to go to the hospital. Let us try to help you first before pulling that string to go into the hospital, because nobody likes to be in the hospital. It's just no fun at all. And you're going to have to drag me to the ER kicking and screaming for the rest of my life. I'm going to have literally going to have to be on my deathbed to go to the ER, because I know it's such a terrible place to be as a patient. There's nothing good that comes out of it except maybe you get a diagnosis, maybe you don't. It's just not a good place to go try to solve problems for like acute migraines. Or acute migraines not bad, but like if you have chronic migraines, it's
Yeah.
not a good place. They're going to say, hey, go here, go there. It's just The turnstile. We talked about the turnstile last week, where
Yep, we
you just
did.
keep seeing them doing the same thing over and over and over. Let's mitigate that. That's
All
that's
right.
kind of that's kind of where our wheelhouse is how do you want to stay out of the hospital? Let's do this. And it's not a commitment to us. It's a commitment to yourself. All we're doing is saying, hey, here's the tools. And like I say, maybe once a month you need that, which is fine. That's a big money saver for you. You just have to go from going to get a big high expensive new medication that big pharma puts out and says, hey, this will fix your migraine. Oh, really? What is it? What's in it? So just a lot more healthy options versus traditional, you know, Western throw a pill at it, throw a pill at it, throw a pill at it. I
Yeah.
can't get over these eyebrows.
I love the eyebrows. They look great. I got to learn how to do this trick on Zoom.
It's so funny.
This is so cool. I just finally got the background down, like I said, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm feeling a little like weak right now. I'm having a little sugar issue. I'm sweating, starting to feel bad. So if you wondering why I'm eating Starburst quietly here, that
No,
just to
please
tell
eat
you,
a Starburst. I'm
I'm needing
most
some sugar. I'm
miserable
like,
feeling.
I'm starting to get like the sweats from it. It happened when I was pregnant, actually. I used to
Yeah.
get
Uh-oh.
I had the diabetes, the what do you believe they
Gestational
call it?
diabetes.
Thank you so much. I would always have
Yeah.
the sugar handy. I have my Starburst and my cookies, but it happens every now and then.
It's
Wow,
awful.
it
Awful. When
is.
I get like that out, it's funny, ever since I had COVID, when I get really low sugar and get really hungry, my stomach starts to react to that hunger, I can actually vomit. Since I had COVID, it like triggers a vomit response.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. I talked to my doctor. He's like, maybe it's an ulcer. No, because an ulcer would hurt at some point. It's very strange. So, but I know that miserable feeling. And yes,
Well,
you should
thanks.
definitely keep that something beside you. And
I
I don't think
appreciate it.
anybody's gonna
You for
lambaste you for having a starburst.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I need some sugar right now. And I
You
don't think we
do.
established the website. Hold on. We did this last week too. Alpha Hydration and Wellness. It's ahsiv.com, right?
That's it. That's it. ahsiv.com. I'm actually going to be posting some of these podcasts on there. Uh, and I've done a few podcasts over the years, a couple, and I've done a couple videos. They're completely dumb and old, but they were fun. They were for Google stuff. Uh, but I wanted to talk about the professional of the year. That's wow. That's pretty cool,
Congratulations. Yes,
right?
that was part of your introduction. Yes, you
Yeah.
are. Look at you. All
Well,
you've accomplished, all you've done. How does it feel to have the title, the honor today?
humbled, humbled. I I never set out to be the best or greatest at anything, just to be informative and helpful. And uh, I'd rather be your friend than tell you what you need to do. I want to tell you the truth, and that feels really good. It feels like almost a step to what we're trying to accomplish as a business, as a family, when I say family, I mean me, my employees, my partners, my wife, anybody that has sacrificed to want to do this to help people. And yes, there's a monetary gain for people, not so much for owning the business, but for the people that work for me. It makes their lives better too, which increases their health. And that's really all I want to do. I think we touched on this a few weeks ago. If I could give it away every day, I would give it away. All we need is somehow some financier to come in and say, you know what? I think you're doing good stuff. Let's do this. So I tell people all the time, especially with my cancer stuff. I've researched a lot of cancer stuff, and I work with a lot of oncologists that kind of remain under the radar, or toxicologists or virologists. And there's a lot of new cancer research coming out that I'm never going to profit on because I don't want to. I want it to be available to people who can't afford chemotherapy, who don't want to do chemotherapy, who are scared of chemotherapy, who don't really understand what's going on. We'd like to offer that avenue. And I would love to give that away, but it's never going to happen, unless something just awesome takes place, which would be amazing because I would just be ecstatic about that because I could just be throwing it out like candy. This we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and yeah, we're gonna cure you of cancer. Maybe, we're gonna do our best to do that. So, and my wife, she's not here today again. She'll be here eventually, and one of these days
Will
I
I
will be
meet
getting
her
an
soon? I hope
IV.
so. She's always on the go. So are you though.
And she is. She is. We are always on the go. We're busy, busy. We actually came back to Texas last night for Easter and family and our granddaughter's birthday. So we got a lot going on this weekend.
Granddaughter?
Yeah, granddaughter. She's 10.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
When did you have a kid? Were you like 12?
No, well, I'm 50 now. See?
Wow,
IVs. Look
you
at
look like you're 30. So it must be working. Is
I'd
there
like to say
anything
I'm using
about
filters, but this is my only filter. See, no more
anti-aging?
filters.
I was going to say, is that really your face? Because you look so young. My
No,
goodness.
it's really my face. I got good genetics for skin and stuff. My mom looks probably 50. My dad aged a little bit because he spent a lot of time in the hospital last year. He ended up getting septic endocarditis and it was a bad deal, but he's doing a lot better. He's always been the youngest looking fella of all his friends. Just good genetics. Yeah. And yeah, no filters, except for the eyebrows.
I love it. I was going to say, what about for anti-aging? Yeah, people, I mean, part of what you're doing though, isn't there benefits from
Yeah,
that? Yeah.
just hydration alone. That's why they've always pushed all these years. You need to drink X amount of water. You got to drink X amount of water. It keeps your skin elastic. It keeps you hydrated. It keeps your eyes working. Keeps your bladder working. Keeps your kidneys working. Liver, lymph system, everything. Hydration is key. They always say we're made up of 70% water. Yeah, let's keep it 70% and you're going to be healthy. It's homeostasis. That's what it is. The body loves it. That keeps your skin healthy. That keeps your nails healthy. I mean, it just keeps everything healthy, keeps your blood healthy. You can't lose just by doing hydration. You can't. It's a no-brainer. It's the easiest way to keep yourself healthy. Once a month, you'll stay super healthy that way. It's the game changer in life that they didn't tell us about. And now that people can do it outside of a hospital setting, we're going to see more and more and more and more people do it and just tout the benefits of hydration. Just IV or by mouth. I don't care how you get it. Just be
Yeah.
hydrated. It's going to keep you healthy.
Oh my goodness. And you are traveling to them, which is great. You're bringing it to them. We
We
got to
do.
also point
Yeah,
that
we
out,
do.
right? And you're
We do.
based,
I haven't. Go ahead.
oh, tell us where you're based out of specifically in Los Angeles and the areas you cover.
We're Woodland Hills, California, but we
Yep.
cover a pretty large demographic. We cover from, or I guess geographic, we cover basically up to Ventura, out to Simi Valley, east. It's really case by case basis because we're so congested there in LA. LA proper, and then all the little cities, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Sherman Oaks, Encino, Tarzana, Calabasas, any pretty much everywhere. There just seems to be a nice big focus in the valley and in like that Beverly Hills, West LA area, Santa Monica, a lot over there. Pacific Palisades. That's where I was last week. Matter of fact, we're from the beach.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes. No, what about for people like here, the summer is upon us, spring is here, right? We want to lose weight. Is there something that kind of inspired your body, kickstarts it, like detox, is it that you can offer?
there is. B12 was outstanding for that. It stimulates the gut. It stimulates red blood cell production. It actually, it's considered kind of a energy vitamin. Kind of a misnomer. Yes, it will give you some energy, but it does stimulate metabolism. B vitamins are super good for that. Anything that doesn't inhibit, there's some of that stuff you can take that you shouldn't be like in a lot of sunlight, and I can't remember what it is. It's not very much. I don't think it's any of what we give, but yeah, there's a lot of those IVs in and of themselves with the nutritional value that they offer actually can curb those cravings, sugar cravings, alcohol, especially during, when you get into summer. Alcohol is a big one. And some diet changes. There's always diet changes if people are really looking to trim. I do not recommend cutting out water. I do not recommend taking diuretics. I do not recommend taking steroids. If you're looking to trim and you are normally healthy, you're just looking for bikini season. Much like myself, I get in a bikini once a year.
Love it.
Uh,
Yep. Why not?
yeah, just you can. Oh, what's great? I think we might have talked about this is fasting, intermittent fasting, 24-hour fasting, be it a dry or wet fast. That is incredible for the body if you look up the research on fasting. I'm a big proponent of that because I think I've lost with intermittent fasting. I've always been a big guy. It's just part of my genetics. But since I started intermittent fasting. I think I've lost 70 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
probably more healthy than I've been in a long time. I feel better than I have in a long time. And again, another driver for me, another component to want to do all this stuff is because I have used all this personally and completely believe in it. And we have converted so many naysayers to yaysayers by saying, yeah, this is the real deal. So, but yes, I all that stuff, and you stay healthy with the fluids. If you want to do a dry fast, you can do fluids to keep you healthy. It'll be hard, but there's no quick fix. I wish there was. There's no quick fix, but it's certainly diet. But the fasting thing is really, really an amazing thing to add to your probably monthly regimen because
How
it's
long are you
so
supposed
good
to
on the
fast
body.
for? What do you suggest?
I'm not the expert,
Okay.
but
I was fasting
I've
all
read,
morning and then I had this sugar problem today. So I
and
wasn't
that,
at
that
breakfast
right.
or lunch. And I'm like, I
Well,
started
it's what
sweating.
you
I'm
can
like,
tolerate. It's
yeah.
what you can tolerate. If you can't tolerate 24 hours of a fast, do 18. It just puts the body in, it starts breaking down toxins and getting rid of toxins. And it just, there's lots of literature on it. Like I said, I'm not the expert. I'm just the guy that read about it and goes, yeah, I've been doing that. But you can go 24, 48, 72. You can do a dry fast, which is nothing, which sounds horrible. But if you're tough, you can do it. My wife could do it because she's tough. She's very mindful of the matter. And you can do a water fast. And that's just drinking water all day and then just not really eating. And it just you're everything starts kind of changing how it's processing what's going on. So it's really amazing.
Yeah, I've done that before. And I honestly, it's so hard after the 24 hours. But once the
Oh
24 hours are
yeah,
over, just like the water, you feel so
yeah,
good. You get this
yeah.
newfound
It's
energy and like boost. And it's like, what did I do? I didn't
I
eat. What?
know, I know,
It's using
I know.
stored energy that's been sitting there that it's stuck and it takes it. I love it.
Yeah, it's astounding. I mean, like I said, so we're not just an IV company.
Yeah.
We're not out to make money. Like what is telling you to do a dry? Don't do my IV. Do a dry fast. I'm not gonna make no money on that. I don't care about the money. If you want to be healthy, I'm going to tell you what I think helps with what's going on with your life.
Yep.
That's it. We just happen to do the other stuff because we believe in that too. But if you want to be healthy and just say, hey, I have some questions about this, that, or the other, man, shoot me a text, shoot me an email. You can email at
Aw.
info@ahsiv.com. I love to try to answer questions. I love to try to lead you in the right direction. If you have specific questions, maybe it's something we can help you with. So,
Awesome. You are
yeah,
so kind, so helpful. And so we'll get to meet the missus one day soon, I hope.
I hope it's like she just disappears every day. Well, she's taking the granddaughter to lunch today at school.
Aw, so
So
cute.
yeah, she gets to go get her chicken strips and her little bunt cakes or whatever. And I'm stuck here at the house with the dogs, which I love. But you know,
Oh, well, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Do you celebrate
well,
Easter?
thank you. We do.
Good.
In fact,
Is
a
there an
little
Easter egg hunt
shameless
with the little
plug.
one? Okay, what's going on?
There will be a little shameless plug for my buddy. He invented, if you've never heard of it, called the egg mazing.
No.
It spins the egg, and as it spins, you can draw on it,
Are
and
you
it decorates
serious?
the eggs. It's super cool. He's a great guy. Uh, I've known
All
him my
right.
whole life. He lived with me in high school, and yeah, it's a total shameless plug, but it's called Egg Mazing. Get your kids one.
Yeah,
Use
mine are
it.
7 and 9. That's
Gonna
perfect. I'm gonna go
love
look it
it.
up right now after we're done.
Yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
know if they get it on Amazon, but you can definitely get it online somewhere.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Have an amazing weekend as well. And happy
Yes,
Easter. If someone's interested for infusions, for vitamins, boost that immunity, detox, you're here. Tell them one more
I'm
time how we
here.
can contact you with those
You can
amazing
contact
eyebrows.
me. Oh, I know. I love my eyebrows through the through the website www.ahsiv.com, through email info@ahsiv.com, text 818-482-3252. That gets me directly. Kind of identify yourself too, because I do get a lot of spam. Let's see what else we got. We got our socials. We have
Yep.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we don't really do anything on there. You can reach me through Google.
Just
I think you
Google.
can reach
Yeah.
me through being, yeah, just Google, and you'll get the phone book. But I'm there. I'm
Good.
there, and you can say, oh, okay, and you can reach out through our, excuse me, I'll scratch through our business number, and
That's
that gets
okay.
me directly for now until I can't do it anymore. It's going to be me directly.
All right. Thank you. Always
My
great to
pleasure.
see you. Thank you today. I'm going to hopefully come back with better eyebrows next time. Okay.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. I think you can color them too. I had on some green ones earlier. They were awful.
I'm going to
But
try
it's a
this
lot of
out.
fun.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. And again, congratulations on being our professional of the year. We appreciate you and what you're
Thanks,
doing.
Jill. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Dwayne. Bye-bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.